Hello and welcome to Stage 3 of the Race Day LMP Tour event. I am racing in the Aston Martin with a maxed out tuning and a couple of principal tunings added to it just so I've got enough PR to finish this event. If you want to know about the costs and exactly what that looks like, go check out the very first video of this series. I go through all of the exact costs and show you exactly what I'm doing. I applied all of that before I even did the first race. Well, that was horrible. Anyways, I did that before I even started the first race so I could just blast my way through this, earn as much currency as possible, getting like first place finishes or as high as I could, and it's just more fun that way. And then I already know that I can finish the event. So, there you go. If you're in this car, you actually need more than a PR of 82, but it works out to be the exact same cost than if you had the Audi. If you did the prior event and you spent gold on your car that time, that is the car you should choose for this event. And then at the end of the event, you'd get to pick an additional car as your prize. So I'll be picking this car because, well, it's the only one I don't have. But I could have driven my Audi again and then just chosen the Aston Martin at the end of the event. However, I didn't spend any gold on my Audi, so there was really no benefit to that. And it just all depends on your overall strategy. Now, I didn't do any test driving at Spa in this car, so I don't really know my braking points. I might really blow it here and there, but like I said in Stage 2 video, that's just part of learning a new car. You're going to make some big mistakes, and just don't worry about it. And that's just the way it works. If you know this track pretty good, you'll know approximately where you should brake, but there's just always things you don't quite know. Like, one thing I didn't test much in this car is how much it brakes when you let off the accelerator. Like, man, this car slows down fast so much that you actually could get away without brakes very often if you wanted to. In certain corners, it might be better just to lift than it is to brake. Now, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat and be a lawnmower. Look at me, cheating cheater. Well, I wanted a first place finish, and oh well. No rules about not being a lawnmower, so go ahead and do it if you want to, and if you get really upset about it, I'm so sorry, but race your race the way you want to, and I'll do this. Of course, you know I can drive on track if I want to, but I wanted the extra earnings, so there you go. I promise I won't do that all the time, but once in a while. Now, big advantage to maximizing your tuning early on. Like, obviously I could add more, but getting the most you need early on is that some of these earlier stages are really easy, so hitting max speed here will be ridiculously easy. I wonder, I might even get it all done before I hit Radeon. Let's see here. There's my first amount. Let's see how early I can get the second amount here. Come on, where is it? There it is, off the brakes, hit it again. Off the gas, I should say, hit it again. There we go, even before Eau Rouge, that's Eau Rouge. And this is Radeon. So, and then we're going up Kemmel Straight. A lot of people don't know that there's a video that a lot of people, if you've heard it, and you're probably going to be putting it in the comments. It's Radeon, actually, or actually it's Radeon. It's kind of funny. But the difficulty isn't taking Eau Rouge flat out, it's actually taking Radeon. Kind of a combination of the two, though. That's kind of the whole thing, is can you stay full throttle through Eau Rouge? Well, it's really Eau Rouge and Radeon. So, but really, it is a lot to do with Eau Rouge, because if you're going too fast, you can't turn enough to really make that Radeon corner. Anyways, that's enough about Eau Rouge and Radeons, and here I am in driver view, not allowed to overtake or be overtaken, so I just have to sit here, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna bash this Audi. Bump, bash, boom, bang, boom. And I'm way off track. Come on, hurry up. Okay, can't get overtaken. And, I was nowhere near close to getting overtaken. I bashed that Audi to get forward a lot. I kind of, in these situations, I like to force the car in front of me to overtake the car in front of him, but I wasn't able to achieve that this time. So, whatever. I love Spa. Spa is a fun racetrack. This corner here is one of my least favorite corners, but still, it's just part of the Spa experience. Legendary track. I'd actually love to see this track in person someday. I mean, there's all this beautiful scenery. Never been to Belgium, and it'd be pretty awesome, I think. and just the legendary track, and just, unfortunately, you'd only see the cars for a couple of seconds every couple of minutes, but I'm sure they've got a massive screen like they do in a lot of these tracks, and the sounds would be incredible. All right, get in 2,000 meters of your drafting in, and you know what I'm gonna say. It's not meters, it is Roman cubits. Yes, cubits as in cube. Roman cubits. That is the actual unit of measurement being used, and that's a total fluke accident. 17.48 inches, 44.444 centimeters. That is what the standardized Roman cubit became. Originally, it was the unit of cubit was basically the forearm of a man. But of course, eventually they had to standardize it because different people had different forearm lengths. Although in the ancient days, not so much. Anyway, really what's happening is every meter you travel, you get 2.5 meters credited to you. That's why these distance counters get filled so amazingly fast. Like if you know your tracks, you know that this distance counter is getting filled way too fast. And that's just part of the silliness that can never get fixed with the monkey math. Can't fix this because it would ruin archive events. It would ruin other stuff. If they ever stop including old events in the game, then maybe they could fix it, but I don't think they will. It's a video game. Not everything can be perfect, right? Right. Yes, yes. Okay. Alright, so obviously, with the amount of tuning I have, again, when you apply the maximum required PR or the minimum required PR for the last event, before you even start the first event, a lot of stuff is easy. I've been running very, very fast, trying to get the bosses to be as difficult as possible, and still has seemed quite easy. Although once in a while I'm cheating. I'll just be more flippant with that. Cheater, cheater. But at any rate, it's a game where you really need currency. And sometimes I don't care what you need to do to get it as long as you know how to hack in the game. Now that's cheating. Don't be a hacker. Come on, man. But if you're going to cut corners once in a while because you want more currency, go for it. No one really cares. The developers have even put my videos right in the game where I'm cutting across grass and I'm lawn mowing places. So don't worry about it. Now, 2 laps in 3 minutes and 52 seconds, obviously not including this outlap. Now, you could wait for a while and space things out, or you can blast your way through it if you want to get first place, which is what I want to do. So I'll try it. Interesting cars, pretty good handling. If you didn't see my first video, I actually have my steering sensitivity on 1, which is unusual for me, but very normal for me when I'm driving an Aston Martin. I find all of them to be a little more twitchy than the average car. So, my standard sensitivity of 2, I just drop it by 1 for the Aston Martins. Find it curious, but I find I'm more comfortable when I do that. It feels more like the other standard cars. Now there's a handful of cars I go sensitivity 0, like the McLaren MP4X, McLaren MP44, Lotus 125, Ferrari F14T, Ferrari 412, T2, 2T? That starts with a 412. And that might be it. There's that really old Ferrari, like the open wheel one that's got more of the Wasp body. I forget the model, I could look it up, but I'm not going to bother. I'm pretty sure I use sensitivity 0 on that one too. Any of the older open wheel cars, it's a necessity for me because they feel so twitchy. But then the 2019-2020 Formula 1 cars are not near as twitchy, and I run sensitivity 2 quite comfortably in those cars. Except at Monaco, I sometimes run sensitivity 4, just makes some of the corners easier, but I still don't really like it. I still prefer sensitivity 2 just because, oopsie. I still prefer sensitivity 2 because it's just more comfortable for me. That was a horrible. Obviously I don't have my braking point dialed very well for that last chicane, so please forgive me. Oof, that was rough too. Just didn't go in there quite right. These cars have so much less speed than I'm used to an LMP1 car having. That's why I made a mistake in the other event. I was calling it an LMP2 car just because I thought it's so slow. How can it be an LMP1? Like the 2014, 2015 LMP1 cars in this game are amazingly fast. Same with the old LMP cars. So I guess it's just where things were at in '09. So there we go. I wasn't watching much racing in '09, unfortunately. Just was at a different phase in my life and wasn't doing much of that. In fact, didn't really have much of a television at that point. Just had different needs in my life at that time, different focuses. I've always loved racing since I was a kid, but just didn't always have access to it. So that's the way it goes, right? All right. Not as easy for a guy in Canada as well. Like when 6 months of the year are in freezing temperatures with ice and snow, you don't get much of this. There's ice racing, motorcycle racing with massive spikes on the tires, snowmobile racing. There's all sorts of other racing to do, just not auto racing on concrete or asphalt, whichever. Okay, well, lots of time left on the clock. I'm comfortably in first place, and I'd really like to dial in this braking point better. Oh, that felt a lot better. It's always good to learn the proper braking points in case you're going to be required to know that at a point. So you don't want to always be cutting the corners, because then when you're forced to take them properly, you're going to be at a total loss. So that's why I didn't lawnmower it. There I wanted to see what my lap times are like, and I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that is the end of Stage 3. Please like, please subscribe. I hope you're enjoying this event. You might be done it, but watch mine anyways. Ha ha ha, bye-bye.